Hi guys, here is the mic Brimstone again, and we on the map Icebox. As you see, a lot of frozen water, a lot of the big guns. One of the ideal maps for the Brimstone again. Why? Because the map is very small. So B side is full clear. All the skies are open, so you can throw the molly from everywhere. From there, you can throw molly from there. You can throw molly from there, even from CT side and from there. So a lot of different mollies exist on B and A plant. A plant is a bit harder because we have a big roof. So all the mollies exist is only from the belt and from like a T-spawn and inside of spike zone. But here is B. We're gonna start with the B. So what we gonna do? So the first molly exists on B. If we're coming to this spot, yeah, we're coming to this spot. So what we need to do, we need to aim that antenna and this second one on the top with our molly sign. See the second thing, and you just threw that molly. If you threw that molly, it's going perfectly to this spot, so you have plenty time. If you threw molly from here, you can rotate to under the B tube and come on this side. So you can come and you can just kill the person who's defusing this spike. So another very easy molly, it's like the most easiest one, so you can line up yourself to the spot and you need to aim that big container and see these signs on it, and just on the left on the top of it you just threw this thing and you just perfectly bouncing the molly on the spike, so they can't defuse. Only one exception, if enemy have the sage, the sage could put the wall and then this molly is not working. So be careful and look on the enemy setup. Another good lineup, you can put yourself here in this corner. So what you need to do, you need to aim this crane. You see like a huge crane, we have like a two different mollies from this spot. So if you're aiming that spot and that spot, just with the crosshair. Here you're shooting. So you're going directly on that spot. Inside of the crane, like a shadow thing, you just shoot there. And you should aim in the house. So they can't defuse as well. You see, like this spot is impossible to defuse. Another good thing, you see, like I see a bit of this door. So you can just shoot in this door with your molly. You see, the same thing. You also, and you a bit molly under plank, so you need to aim yourself on that spot, yeah? So you just putting yourself on this spot. What you need to aim that thing with your, see where is my big line, where is my 100 HP bar? You just need to shoot in this one. So you almost connected to that. You see, I almost touching it. And let's see. So if you put the spike here perfectly, so they can't defuse, you see, they're gonna burn. So you need to be very careful that you putting the spike in this spot. Only on this spot. If you do this spot or if you do this spot, they're gonna defuse. But if you do this spot, it's impossible for them to defuse. Another the thing, also line up yourself here. Stay the back and see we have these like metal things. So what we need to do, we need to aim that one. The second, I don't know how you call it, the second line with my diamond sign and shoot. You also jumping to this spot so they can't defuse again. So if it's impossible, they're gonna burn. If you have like, as for example, some smoke, they don't see you. See, they don't see you. So you can just shoot and you're secure. Very easy. Is focus. For example, you want to do molly on the heaven and you are blocked from this side, so you don't have a time because someone is pushing here. So we have a difficult lineup here. So what do we need to do? We need to line up ourselves with this line. See this line. And what we need to do? We need to attack that. See, we need to aim that corner if I remember correctly, it was with, you see the, like a triangle under my mouse. You see, I'm barely touching this beautiful corner of the container, and you see, sometimes it's not working, sometimes it's working. So just 1 millimeter down and 1 millimeter up, and this molly is not working. But sometimes it's gonna save your round. Okay. Another very good molly here exists. So when we're trying to put some pressure from this box, so we're just stepping ourselves in this box. So this is, then we're aiming that lights here. Also, if you put a spike here in the corner, it's impossible. So you put corner here, you're just rushing here. If you have some smoke, put definitely smoke here, so make them suffer, because they're gonna think that you're stuck around the molly and around the smoke. So you have ultimate, just press that here, you know, and very fast here, and run to fight. Another molly exists if you come here on this boiler ramp. So you can stack yourself in this corner. So what you need to do, you need to aim that crane with the smoke. And we should. You see, if you put this spike there, they can't defuse. So you can do some things like that is very easy. Yes, so just come here on this corner of the box. If you don't have a time line up here and you're just helping, you know, like your friends killing some people here and here, just do this. We're gonna go on A site. Yeah, A site is a bit easier, so we don't have too many options because we have the the ceiling on the top, so we can't do that. So we can't throw a lot of mollies, but some mollies exist. So this is the defaults. Here we have like a 3 different mollies what you can throw on all the spots. Spot from here, spot from here, and spot from the sights. Yeah, sights heaven. So sometimes you can put the spike on this spot. So what you have to do, you need to come on these. You see these like bars in the chart. So you just like jump on them, yeah, and stay here. So what you need to find, you see these arrows. You're just shooting with your crosshair. Very easy one, yeah. So adjust a bit here. So you just shoot. You see, you ideally jumping here. Another 2 defaults, if we're putting ourselves here, you see this kind of the entrance, so middle of this wall. So what do we need to aim? We need to aim, you see these lights, so we have these lights here, and we have this like corner of the wall, this light, and this is these 2 dots. You need to just aim with your crosshair, pump and pump. So I shooting here on the end of the lights, and here I shoot on this stripe on the wall. So we have 2 good mollies here, so they can't defuse this side and they can't defuse that side. What you're doing when you usually against 1 or 2 people, you just throw that molly and you coming here and you're just trying to kill the person who is defusing after the molly, yeah? Sometimes here. So this is important. If you alone, don't put spike like in total corner here, put spike here, yeah, or put spike here. So with these 2 mollies, you will destroy the people who defusing from the heaven here, yeah. So make sure you will see the enemy who is coming, so you have time and you can just wall bang that guy who defused. Or you can see that this person's right from the heaven. So for him, he needs to one-tap you to win the round, but you can do some tags. You see, you can do something like this, and stay here. Couple of interesting mollies here, so you can line up yourself to that line, you see. You're just stepping here on this one, And what you need to do, you need to aim all this big metal thing, you know, where is the heaven plant is. Where is my whole box rectangle? You see where is my mouse and the arrow. So, and we just shoot. You see, the molly bouncing from the ceiling directly to the spot. So sometimes you're just planting the bomb, yeah, and you're running, for example, and you know that they are here and they're hearing you that you're rotating. So you have no time to come to this wall. You can immediately stop yourself here and do that, yeah. Another one. This is harder. I don't know. So you just put yourself again with this line and you just going to that corner like that. So what you need to do, you need to aim that kind of metal thing like with the crosshair, you know? So you're just putting on this default, so make sure that you put the spike directly to this corner. Yeah? So make sure that you're perfectly bouncing there and you have time to come here on the shift and hide here. See, and you can line up. If you have the ultimate is even perfect, just wait for enemy like that because they don't see you from that side, and just try to attack the enemy. Yeah. So another couple of mollies exist from this side, so from the heaven. For example, you want to put a spike here. So what you need to do, you can just shoot in this. You see like a big rectangle on the floor and just shoot like that. So you're bouncing perfectly to that spot. So you can do that if you're alone. You could put yourself in this position where they don't see you and just aim that corner, yeah? So it's very good that nobody sees you. Where is the molly? Actually, it's very hard to even predict where molly coming from, yeah? Another thing, you can you see another molly is here. So see we have some lights. So what I need to do, I need to put myself in that, you know, like a small lights, just jumping on them. Align myself and stuck in this corner. So, and with my molly, I need to aim. You see this like a metal thing on the wall, and I just shoot in there. So this molly perfectly controlling all the spot. Actually, sometimes you even gonna kill people who put this spike on. Yeah, for example, you're the defender, yeah, and they're rushing and they're smashing your defense. You can go from that side, and you can go and just through, because sometimes most of times 90% of times people put the spike there. So you can just through the molly and delay the spike plant for a couple of seconds till your teammates, you know, coming. So another one, you can put yourself here in this corner. You see, and you crouching on a control. You see, I'm crouching on a control. What you need to do, you need to come here, and you see this line. So I just shooting in that line. See, you threw the molly perfectly on the heaven, and you're also controlling this one. This is also good defensive one. You see, they can't defuse. For example, if you threw molly like this is bad molly because this molly do most of nothing, you know, because they come from here, you know, they come there. So this molly never threw that molly. It's better through molly like this. You see this generator just in the middle of it, just through that. So, and you blocking entire entrance for enemy. This is much better. So make sure they coming in this very small gap instead of they coming on this big gap, so they have more options to check everything. Some interesting molly exists here. So what you need to do, you see this line? So you can put yourself like this, and this line, or this string, let's see. So what you do, so you not allow enemy to come here. You see, very good defensive molly, very good one. And some actually good options exist. And before they threw that molly, they most of times do something like that. So they just throwing some smokes here, and you see they put some smoke here and here. And so why it's good? So because we threw the mollies like that, you can shoot there. You can jump on this thing, and you see. And while the smokes is working, you're coming on this spot, and they are not see you. So you're gonna kill one or two people who is coming here on the bridge. So once again, so if you're coming here, so you need to align yourself here and jump. So you see, you're jumping here, and while your smoke's walking and your molly, this is very perfect one. Some different mollies exist when you can just through some defaults like that, you know, just jump shot, and you can stop the enemy entrance from here, so they can't do anything from that side. So you can just, for example, round started, you jump and you check that spot only. So they can come only here and here. So you will be secure that you have 8-9 seconds. Nobody comes from that spot towards you. So you can be alone here and control the spike. Sometimes you can put some mollies like that, you know, so you can just throw some mollies. You see like the cross here. Make sure they're not coming here. So you after the molly, you can just put some smoke like this. This is annoying smoke. They need to jump on the back. So and what you can do, so you can do this and this. And only thing you need to check is that side, you see? So make sure you have only these two sides. And you alone controlling entire A plan. Yes, it's a reveal time, you know. Yes, it's I don't know, like geek of things time, you know, fate, spirit things, you know. And but it's situational, guys. This is very good defense strategy for Brimstone here. Smoke and molly in the main, or the mollies when you're delaying the spikes, how I showed you. So yeah, this is kind of the main ones, mollies, what you can do here on the spikes, and the main defense smokes. And okay guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. See you on the fracture, I guess, on the next video. So we left with the fracture and debris, if I believe. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Right here.